You can't ignore your base and win an election. It's just what it is. They might, have some tricks up their sleeve and whatever the fuck, but you can't. You can't be a black woman running like a white man and win an election. Not for the real ones, at least. Not for the real ones. Not for the ones that actually know what the fuck we're talking about. No. Yeah, her base, Dickie, her base.
Of her girl.
Yeah, you can't run and ignore your base. Your base are the people who are not. It wasn't, you can sit here and say, oh, it was Latino women and white women, but what you're ignoring in the fact is that there are bunches and bunches and bunches of people who simply did not vote. Yes, and a lot of her bases voted for Trump because she did not give them anything interesting to vote for. But a lot of y'all seem to trust these polls in ways that are just laughable instead of trusting what's obvious to you. And what's obvious is that there were incredibly large swaths of people that begged to be seen. That begged to be seen. And they were ignored. They were ignored. And so the people in this nation who are basically the same people that are obsessed with celebrity, the same people that are obsessed with optics, the same people that this nation has spent years and years and years dumbing down, those people were actually encouraged by this jackass, Donald Trump. You know, the worst president in this nation's history, in my opinion, in our recent history, is Ronald Reagan, who was an actor. This is a country that responds to optics. This is a country that responds to charisma. So if you don't have that, then you better come with some real solid shit. You better come with some real, clear, definitive stances. So if you're not going to come with clear, definitive stances, and you're not going to come with clear policy that shifts you from the person that people didn't want running in the first place, how? How? It will not work. It's not a strategy. It's not a strategy. You have to be clearer and better. And we all know this. And we've all seen Scandal. And we've all known, if you're going to be a black woman doing anything, you better be double the perfection. You better be double the brilliance. You better be all the things. You don't have the quote unquote luxury of matching their mediocrity. And in this case, the mediocrity is more so in the messaging. Like, Donald Trump is so terrible and so horrible that I feel like it's such an easy guideline to match, because it's like, okay, he's speaking to all of those people. Let me speak to all the people that he's forgetting. Let me make them feel home. Let me make them feel safe. Many of you watching right now, you're going to have to be forced to wake up in these next 4 years and realize that it's not just about fucking you. You're going to be forced to realize that the only way that this person and this faction, this fascism, this version of fascism, because it's all fascism, the only way that it gets dealt with is by connecting with people that are not you, that are not like you, with seeing the people that are not like you and making them feel at home, creating a home outside of this political bullshit that so many of you want to tie yourselves to feel safe. And it never, you were never safe. You were never safe in it. Never. And those of us who got woken up and radicalized, it fucking hurt. It hurt to realize we're not safe in this. It was wildly frustrating to realize that we had been duped to believe that somehow this system has efficacy. It doesn't, and it doesn't care about you. And you will tell yourselves over and over again it cares about you, and it doesn't. It's the same it's the same methodology that many of you apply to policing. That it's bad apples. No. It's the system of policing that's the problem. It's the system of the government that's the problem. And many of you don't know enough about the other ways that other countries have managed this to even see other versions of this. And that is by design. That is by design. So I implore you to take this defeat that you feel, and I implore you to not be defeated, but to actually be empowered. I implore you. Where is it? Yes. Don't get discouraged. Get determined. Sit today and take today to feel whatever you feel. And then tomorrow start really considering, what do I not know? How can I be a part of the shift? How did we get here? Because I want to remind you that this person was allowed to be here. My one woman show, What Would the Ancestors Say, is ultimately about the fact that we look at achievements as advancements, and they're not advancements. Individual achievements are not a sign of advancements. They're a sign of faults in the foundation, of cracks and fissures that happen because these foundations are built on the bones of the dead. They're built on burial grounds. They're built on the backs of slaves. So the foundation of this country will never stand. It can't. By nature, it is held together by something that is not strong enough. And so some people are able to slide through and find success. And then people call that achievements. And it's not. I mean, people call that advancement, and it's not. It's an achievement. It's an achievement. And yes, Superstar Lux, I think the final nail in the coffin was attacking black men instead of embracing them. And sending out the black man to do it, and his dumb ass doing it. Yes, I just said Obama was a dumbass for doing that, because he was. He was a dumbass for doing that. That was a dumbass political decision. And it's because these people live in bubbles. It is because these people have no idea what real people are existing, what their real people are going through, what real people are thinking. They all live in their own little world of I'm me.
I don't understand. But I understand. So, me and them.
So, we can sit here and talk about polls. Well, I'm not going to do that because I know better. But the truth of the matter is, many of you all know somebody that didn't vote. Many of you all know somebody that absolutely, if they did vote, did not vote Democrat or Republican. And many of you know somebody who actually has made this their focus and knows way more about it than you. That's who you need to be talking to and learning from. Not that you have to share their stance, but you need to be learning from them. This is about learning. And, many of you are saying you're deeply disturbed by Hispanics voting for Trump. I'm going to keep it to you very basic in a way that's going to make you feel like really upset at me. But Donald Trump has been positioned as this measure of masculinity. Okay? And for many people in the Hispanic culture, that's it. Also, unfortunately, many countries, in Spanish-speaking countries, have been under fascist rule and continue to feel like that is what they need for leadership.